El Salvador just keeps coming up with newer and better ideas, and I think this really is going to be the next Singapore. If you're thinking about getting a passport there, this is a great opportunity because I think more and more freedom and great ideas is coming El Salvador's way. But what they're doing is they're giving away now, they're offering 5,000 free passports to highly skilled scientists, engineers, doctors, says President Bukele. This article came out in Mint, and I think what they're doing is they're trying to get in doctors like brain surgeons, heart surgeons. A lot of these countries in Central America, you literally have to go somewhere else to get this done. Colombia's got really good health care, but to get a passport in Colombia, you're going to be taxed on your worldwide income if you want to live there. El Salvador doesn't have that. And now they've gotten away from this remittance type taxation, where it literally is now a pure territorial tax system. So they're offering some really good tax incentives to these people. But El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, believes that although this number is small in terms of percentage of population, immigrants will have a huge impact on the country's society and future with the contributions they're going to have to offer. But what's real funny is this is a great idea because it's a way you can, I'm sure they're going to be paying people, better salaries and stuff too, more U.S. salaries versus El Salvador's. But if you want a second passport, this is a great way to do it because these will be, they don't have the exact details here, but I can tell you more than likely they will be probably close to instant passports, and I'm sure they're going to waiver the language requirement. This will be similar to what they've got in the UAE, but the UAE they're giving away very few of those. And you really, in the UAE, they do allow dual citizenship on their special passport program. But the thing is very few people are qualifying for that. And you can't call the government and try to come in. They contact you. Here's a way where you can literally come in with your skill, apply, and if you get approved, then what will happen is you get the passport, and they're giving you a lot of good tax incentives on this. In fact, they were talking about that Nayib Bukele, the president, of course, of El Salvador, has announced that the Central American country will offer 5,000 free passports to highly skilled workers. The number is equivalent to $5 billion in the country's passport program he was talking about. Now, they went on to say that we're offering 5,000 free passports equivalent to $5 billion in the passport program to highly skilled scientists, engineers, doctors, artists, and philosophers from abroad. This represents less than 0.1% of our population, he mentioned. And so granting them full citizenship status, including voting rights, poses no issue. And I mean, this is if you're looking to get a passport and you want to do it for almost, it will be nothing pretty much. And then they give you all kinds of tax incentives, bringing your stuff in the country. And I'm sure they're probably going to pay for everything too. This is a great way to do it and get a passport really quick. And typically these, you can be, I'm sure, self-employed too, depending on how your company's set up. You don't have to be employed by some other company. Just take your talent. If it's a special talent and it qualifies under that, you can get in this. But despite the small number, their contributions will have a huge impact on the society there and the future of the country. Now, plus he wanted to say here that we will facilitate their relocation by ensuring that 0% taxes and tariffs on moving families and assets, and this includes commercial value, including like equipment, software, and intellectual property. And what you'll have to do is he's basically saying they're going to come out with more information on this and how it works, and we'll keep you up to date on this and the new changes and all this as it comes about. But they went on to say here in the article, you're always going to have some criticism on the stuff that he's doing. You're not going to do everything perfect. If you're trying to get the crime rate down to zero, there's no way you can do it without stepping on some toes. But they went on to say here that human rights concerns grow amid El Salvador's prison setup. Now, nearly 3/4 of El Salvador's gang population they're talking about here have been apprehended since the Bukele initiated this crackdown 2 years ago. And according to his security minister, on April the 3rd, they reported that Gustavo Villatoro said that the tally of detainees has now reached 79,184. I still remember it was just 40-something thousand. With efforts underway to track down the remaining estimated 25,000, they're talking about criminals here. He also acknowledged that a lot of these people have left El Salvador. It looks like he won't have to do anything. They're leaving the country. You got all these MS-13 type guys that are, they don't even have to arrest them. They're heading out the door. I mean, this is the type of system you need to get your crime rate and your taxes. This guy seems like he's just doing everything right. And the liberals are going nuts over it. These people, just to give you an example here, they were talking about, speaking to the TSC television network, he stated that within the record of arrests that we have in general terms, we can say that we're around 75%, that we have 25% left to go. In March of 2022, Bukele launched a campaign against gangs, employing a state emergency that suspended these deterrents that would keep them, like arrest warrants and other civil liberties. They just went and arrested them. You could have a friggin' tattoo on your right side or something. In fact, I would tell you, if you got tattoos, you probably should get them off before you go in that country, and don't bring in drugs, whatever you do. But they went on to say here that, however, Bukele's methods have forced criticism from human rights groups, with Amnesty International recently characterizing them as disappropriate. Despite this, Bukele, who's secured re-election in February for another 5-year term, is basically, he's persisted on this crackdown, and he's stated that we will eradicate any sort of remains of these gangs. These are the same, these people that are criticizing are the same type of people that are proving these sanctuary cities in LA and San Francisco, and just let people go in and rob these stores. You can't shoot the robbers when they go in and rob all your stuff. These are the same idiots that are basically criticizing him on this. And I think what you're going to see in the U.S., I think you're going to see a revolution probably in the next 5 or 10 years, and you're going to see two different countries. You're going to see red state USA, and you're going to see blue state USA. I don't think Texas and certain states are going to continue to put up with it. I think eventually you're going to have the Californias and the New Yorks. They're going to be in their own country. People are just sick and tired of this wacky thinking. And he's got a country that's on the right track. I think everything he's doing is right. I mean, you can't do it perfect to try to square away these problems. But anyway, if you're looking at if you got some sort of special talent and you're looking to get a free passport, 5,000 of these babies are going to be given out. If you want to know more of this, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. If you want to legally get around high income taxes, or how to get a second passport as quick as 4 to 8 months. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the right of your screen right here. You get new videos automatically as they come out, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Take care.